I like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, that food you eat. No, I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me.
Peace, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry if this video, the lighting is kind of dark. I don't have good lighting in my room, but I wanted to film this in my room, so sorry if you can't really see my face. Hopefully I can ratify that next time. I just got a new camera, and so hopefully I'll be able to use that soon. I'm kind of still figuring out how to use it, so hopefully I'll get better quality videos out there soon. But first I wanted to show you my new cool pants. Look at my cool new pants, if you can even see them. And then also I wanted to make this video about the autumn equinox, which is today, September 22nd. And they say that the autumn equinox actually lasts the 21st of September, the 22nd of September, the 23rd of September. So if you aren't celebrating today and you're watching this video, you have time to celebrate it tomorrow as well. So yeah, so today is the autumn equinox, like I said, and basically what that means is that today is basically the first day of autumn or fall. Now for me, as somebody whose birthday is actually in the autumn time, in October, and somebody who is just a big fan of autumn and fall and what that represents, and how it gets cooler but not too chilly, and it's still nice out but the leaves are changing and nature just becomes really colorful and vibrant, and people start to slow down during this time of the year. It's a precursor to winter, so people are starting to harvest things, and some of my favorite food items come out during this time. Things like butternut squash, which I am a huge fan of, one of my favorite food items ever. Butternut squash, pumpkin, sweet potato, I love it all, right? And I really get excited about this time of year because Halloween comes up, and I really love that holiday. Dia de los Muertos comes up, and I love that holiday. And I just love fall gatherings. I love being around in nature. During the fall, I love having like bonfires and roasting marshmallows and just doing lots of really awesome, fun fall activities, you know, going camping, and just like being in nature during the fall is so beautiful. I actually live next to some woods. Well, we live next to a park. My apartment building is next to a park. And so in the morning, I actually go out to walk in the park with my mom, or if she's not here, then I do it alone. But I have such a great experience out there in the woods. Honestly, if you live near a park, if you live near woods, if you live near any kind of anything, go out there and experience it, especially early in the morning. I usually go out there around 6:30 depending, because I get up every morning to get on a actual prayer call that me and my mom are doing with some of her friends. And so after we do the prayers, then we go outside and we go out in nature, and it's really awesome. It really starts my day off right. And I have noticed that if I, get up for the call, but then I go back to sleep and I get up later, and I don't go out to the woods early in the morning, and I don't get up and just like start my day, that I start to get grumpy and like an attitude, which I don't like. So I'm making a better conscious effort to get up that early, and it's really fun to just like go in the woods and see what's out there. Visit the trees, visit the critters out there, and see what's going on. Nature really can teach you a lot, and it's really beautiful to see. So yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and basically tell you about the autumn equinox and basically show you what I'm going to be doing for the autumn equinox. So today is Friday the 22nd, so it's the actual day, like the actual day that they say it's on. And basically today so this morning I went out into the woods and I picked some fall items. I picked some leaves, I picked some acorns, I picked some, well, they're baby acorns, they're really teeny, and I picked a pine cone and stuff. And you know, actually today, sadly, it is really hot. And so usually when it's fall, it's 70s and below, which is fine. I love that type of weather. That's my favorite type of weather. But sadly today it's actually in the 80s. I think it's about 85 today, and it's supposed to be like in the 80s and 90s for this week and next week, which to me kind of like ruins the fall mood. But I still have a lot of fun in fall. Hot or not, I'm gonna have fun in the fall weather. But yeah, so I got up in the morning, went out into the woods, picked my leaves and stuff, and just basked in the glory of the woods. Then I came home, and I started my day, ate breakfast, and did some stuff around the house. And then I smudged my whole apartment, and I also did put some stuff on my altar. I smudged my medicine bag that one of my mom's best friends made for me. She's like an aunt to me, and so she made me this medicine bag because my old one was getting kind of dingy and was falling apart, so she made me this new one, which I love. And I smudged my altar, which I'm going to be showing you guys a little later. And right now I'm burning incense, and I'm really basking in the oneness that is the autumn equinox, because as you know, the autumn equinox is a time of slowing down. It's a time of harvest. It's a time of, but it's also a good time to look back at the previous times in this year, and seeing what you've done during the year, and looking at your accomplishments and seeing where you can go from there. And it's also a good time to start new projects. It's a good time to learn a new language, take up cooking, beading, whatever, artwork. Like, it's a good time to start a new project. It's just a really good time for manifestation. It's a good time for so many different things, but it's a very spiritual time. So during the autumn equinox, yesterday, Thursday, September 21st, today, Friday, September 22nd, and tomorrow, Saturday, September 23rd, are the perfect days to just center yourself, go inside of yourself, and really see where you're at. Meditation is great during this time. Lots and lots of prayers. It's a really awesome time to just be with yourself. You know what I mean? And it's also a really good time to be with others as well. Go out there and have a picnic with your friends. Go out there and, experience the woods with your friends. Have a really awesome meal with them, or your family, or your parents, or whoever, people that are close to you. Go out and experience the world with them, and be next to the ones that you love, and just, take this time for yourself to recharge, to revitalize, and to just, maybe you need to shake off, the summer, and just, come back inside of yourself. So, yeah. I'm going to read you a little bit of what the autumn equinox means to indigenous people of Turtle Island. And I'm also going to talk to you about Mabon, which is a pagan holiday that falls on the autumn equinox. So, the autumn or fall season is a traditional harvest time for most Native American tribes, and autumn is associated with the corn goddess in many East Coast tribes. Spiritually, autumn is considered a symbol of change in many North American tribes. The Pueblo Indians and some California tribes, such as the Hopa, hold special autumn dances as part of their traditional dance traditions, and the Hopi have traditionally considered autumn a favorite time of the year for weddings. And Mabon is a harvest festival, the second of three, that encourages pagans to reap what they sow, both literally and figuratively. It is the time when night and day stand equal in duration. Thus, it is a time to express gratitude, complete projects, and honor a moment of balance. Mabon is a time to reflect on the previous year when we can celebrate our successes linked to bringing in the harvest and assess which crops, projects, or dreams don't come to fruition. This is a time to look back not just on the past year, but also your life, and to plan for the future. In the rhythm of the year, Mabon is a time of rest and celebration. After the hard work of gathering the crops, warm autumn days are followed by chill nights as the old sun god returns to the embrace of the goddess. Really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So yeah, basically there you go, the autumn equinox. So I'm probably going to spend the rest of my day kind of just like going inside of myself, and being around my altar, and I might watch an autumn type movie, and just like take in the glory of this day. I really am so happy it's fall season. Fall is one of my favorite seasons of the whole entire year, and I just love this time of year. I'll be 26 next month. I am so excited, and it's just gonna be a great, great, great fall, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for colder days. I'm excited for, more tea. I'm excited for butternut squash. I'm excited for, the colors changing of the trees. I'm excited for sweaters, and I'm excited for scarves, and I'm excited for beanies and boots and the whole 9 yards. I'm just so excited about the whole entire thing. So yeah, that was just a little bit on the fall equinox, the autumn equinox, and I hope that you're celebrating. And if it's the first time you're hearing about it, go make yourself an autumn altar. Go experience that and make your altar, which I'll show you my altar a little bit later in this video, to give you some ideas. But this is my normal, like, everyday altar. I don't really make like seasonal altars. I just make one that's like in general. But it has some elements that are fall-like that I added today. But yeah, completely, like, autumn is the best, and I'm so excited to just experience what autumn has to give me. I'm excited for it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be showing you my altar. I'll be showing you some yummy autumn food that I think that you're gonna love, that you can buy at your local grocery store. And yeah, so I also wanted to show you guys some of my fall room decor. I don't really consider it fall room decor because I kind of use it all year round, but I'm going to show you it because it reminds me of fall in ways. It also reminds me of the desert, so take it or leave it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you some stuff that I have out right now that can be considered fall or whatever you want to consider it. So check it out. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is I call them fairy lights. I really love to use them during the fall, especially once it starts to get darker earlier. I just love to use these fairy lights. Like, they're purple, and I really love them, and they're really like just amazing. Like, I just love to like use fairy lights during this time. During this time in the winter time, I just love to use these lights and just like have them lit up in my room. It's like a lot of fun, and it gives a little personality and character to your room, and I just love it. And it saves your electricity bill, so kudos on that. Okay, so what I really wanted to show you right now is this little area of my room right here. So this is my nightstand. It sits next to my bed, and it sort of has a more, I guess you could say it was autumn, but you could also say it was desert like type of things. I don't really know, but you decide. But what I have on there are colors that I figured were kind of fall colors. So I wanted to show you them and basically show you this like decor. And if you want to put things like this up in your room, go ahead. So first I wanted to show you my salt lamp. I actually got this from a thrift store, and it's really, really awesome and powerful. And I need to get a new candle so I can put a new candle in there. But I definitely recommend when you are burning your salt lamp, if you have one, to make sure that you don't burn it for too long, because it will start melting. And it gets really hot, so just remember that. I also want to show you my sun god. I think I made that in elementary school, or it could have even been middle school, I can't remember. But I made this a while ago, and I never looked at it like it was anything until recently when I pulled it out and I looked at it and I was like, it reminds me very much of an indigenous sun god, like an Aztec or Mayan or any type of sun god like that. And I was like, that's really, really cool. So I put it up right here, and I have this picture of corn, which I got in New Mexico. So that's definitely more deserty type. And then I have this cup, and I made this cup, I guess, same elementary school, maybe middle school. I made this cup, and I really like it. It's missing its nose because it chipped off, but I really like it a lot. And right now it's holding my Palo Santo, and yeah, I like it a lot. I made this leaf when I was in elementary school as well. And I also have this picture stitching type of thing. Thrift store, I'm pretty sure, and I really like it a lot. It also reminds me very much of like fall or the desert or whatever. And then I have some other, items on here, and I have my turtle little tapestry right here. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys like a little bit of this. I don't know if it really considers this fall, but hey, you be the judge. Okay, so right here I have my angel, and I've had her on my altar for the longest time because I've had an altar since I was about 7 or 8, and if you've watched my spirituality video, then you understand why. But I've had an altar since I was a little kid, and my mom has always made it a priority to make sure that I knew how to make an altar. I knew what to put on there, and I knew that it was for putting sacred items that I could pray with, that I could meditate with, that I could do many different things with. So yeah, I've had that angel on there for a long time. I a couple years ago got these turtles, which I love turtles. They're my favorite animal of all time, and I got these from a thrift store, and I just love turtles, so I have to have them represented on my altar at any cost. I just love turtles. This was something I made at a Rooted in Community gathering that we had in Olympia, Washington last year, and we were hanging out with the Nisqually tribe, and so we got to make those. And this I actually got from the Goodwill. We got from the Goodwill a couple months ago, and it's just a nice little, jar, and I actually have some items in there, some nature items, and the top is like a lion, it looks like, or the sun, or whatever you want to say it is, but I really like it. It's a really nice little jar. And then I have water next to my angel. Now, you always want to have water in some form on your altar, and I will say why. Because you are praying with your altar, you are talking to your ancestors, you are talking to your spirit guides, you are communicating with these people, and it is just a really good gesture to have water on your altar. It's important for just keeping harmony, and when you're, communicating with these, spirits, to, show them, that here's some water. It's just like my mom, she actually has this big carved eagle and this big carved Native American chief's head. And every single day, now we don't have it at the apartment right now because we couldn't fit it in here, so it's staying at my sister's. But every single day when she was over there, she always gets up in the morning, makes her coffee, and she pours a little bit of coffee for them. And the reason, and she also puts water next to them. And the reason is because those things have spirits. And so when you offer things to them, that is you saying thank you for being in my presence and helping me through things that I might need help with, or just communicating with me and being there for me when I need you. And so it's a really good gesture to have. Also, here is a stone that I have on here, a green stone, and I have a flower right there. I have a big A for Aisa, and I have this shell that one of my friends gave me from Florida. She brought back from Florida and gave me. Here's a rock. Here is my crystals and rocks kind of like plate. So I have lots of crystals and rocks on here and other things from nature. I have some sage on there. I have some flowers on there. I have some Palo Santo on there. I have some seeds on there. I have just so many things. Crystals, rocks. I have a pine cone on there. I have some pine cedar on there that I just picked today that was on the ground. I have my sweetgrass rope on there and some crystals. I have my rose quartz and my clear quartz and some rocks, like I said, and yeah. And then I have my dolphins, which are my second favorite mammal of all time. I love them so much. They're incredible. And then here I have my eagle feathers. And back in 2010, one of my mom's really good friends, her husband, his name was David, and he was Anishinaabe and Lakota, and he gave these eagle feathers to me. So I actually used to have 3 eagle feathers, but one of them got given to my grandfather when he needed them, before he transitioned, to the spirit world. My mom gave him one of my eagle feathers, which I was totally fine with, and now my uncle actually has it, which is great. But yeah, David gave me these, and it was really special when he gave it to me because in a lot of Native American and indigenous traditions, it is really special to be given eagle feathers, and they are very, very sacred and very important to mostly the Lakota tradition, and yeah, it's just really, really important. And so I was very lucky that I was able to be given 3 eagle feathers, let alone 1. So I am very proud that I am given one. What my eagle feathers are sitting on right now is my psychic book. So if you watched my spirituality video, which I will link, but if you've watched that, then you understand why I have a psychic book. And I basically write down anytime I see a spirit, or anytime I hear something, see something, anytime that I just feel like it's important that I write in there, I write in there. And so I felt like it was important to add that to my altar. I have more cedar. I have my other medicine bag that was made for me by one of my mom's good friends. She is Natchez Indigenous Native American from Arkansas, and she made this for me a long, long time ago. And I love it. It's turtles. I love it. It's 4 directions. It's Turtle Island, and I love the whole thing. Here is, well, it was a candle, but I made that in, I think it was elementary school. Like my other things, I think I made that in elementary school, maybe middle school. I don't really know. And then I have a bag of sage right there, and I have this over here. It's basically a mix of cedar, sage, and I put a leaf on top, and some browner cedar on top. And then I have some candles over here, and the 2 candles that I'm not gonna burn because they're actually symbolic candles. My senior year of high school, one of my classmates that I have had at least one class with since I was in 7th grade, he sadly passed away. He had rescued his girlfriend from being hit by a truck. They were on a trail and they were going biking, and sadly this guy, he just lost control of the truck, and he was coming right for her, and he saved her, and he got in the way before she could get injured, and he died. And these are the candles that my mom and me went to his public memorial that my school put on, and we weren't close. We weren't super close, but we were close enough. Like, I knew him enough that it was a big deal when he passed away. And so I keep those on my altar just in remembrance of him and the other people because a lot of people during my senior year of high school sadly passed away, and so and have passed away since. And so these candles are basically a reminder and a memoriam of those students that sadly tragically passed away from my high school class of 2010. So yeah, I just keep them around. I don't burn them. I don't do anything with them. I just leave them there. They're symbolic just of that. And then I have just a little like blend of some like essential oils and other things, and it's just a good like mist. And so I can't do it often because I live with my parents, and so my mom, she has allergic reactions to very strong smells. So I can't really burn a lot. That's why I'm burning incense right now, because my mom isn't home. But I can't really burn a lot of things, and so but yeah, so I don't get to spray this often. But when I do, it smells really incredible. And then here's this dude, and he basically holds all of my incenses, my rattle, my turkey feather, and other random things that get put in there, and he just holds it, and he's a very wise character. And then you have right here, which I usually have on my altar, but I didn't want the incense to burn my my sheet that I have on there. But yeah, this is my little mason jar that I put my incense, some sage. So this has sage that I got from New Mexico. It has a leaf and it has some cedar in there, and my Palo Santo, and just other things in there. So yeah, that was basically my altar. Like I said, I didn't really do anything special for the fall time. This is basically just my general altar in general, every day. So yeah, hope you liked it. Hope you got some inspiration for your own altar, and I hope that you build one, because I feel like it's really important that we all have altars, have a sacred place where we can put our sacred things and come to pray, meditate, just feel good. So yeah, there it is. Everybody go to Trader Joe's and buy their fall butternut squash pasta. They had it on one of the little stands. You know how they have like your little stands in Trader Joe's where you can like sample food? Well, they had one day and it was so good we bought it. Try it with Trader Joe's Harvest creamy pasta sauce made with pumpkin and butternut squash. A1. I mean A1. Very, very autumn and perfect for the autumn equinox. We also picked up some pumpkin tortilla chips from Trader Joe's to try them, and they're not bad. I mean, if you like salt, they don't have a lot of salt, but they're pretty okay. Yeah. I mean, I know everything in the autumn has pumpkin in it, but these aren't bad, so try them out. I just hope that you're enjoying fall and autumn as much as me, and until next time, beautiful people, peace and blessings.